guys, I'm back. I've really missed you guys. It's been ages. Okay, so I've been like just really busy, and just basically I've been trying to follow my own advice, which is what the topic of this video is: use your talents and watch them multiply. I am gonna have to keep checking at my monitor because my camera turns off randomly, but yeah, so this video is about that subject. So if you have noticed, at the end of my videos I have that written down. People have asked me to explain what I mean by that. Okay, so plainly what it means is if you use what you're given, if you use the talents that you have, you will gain more. So it's based on the parable in the Bible of the talents, where it's a really, I'll quickly try and paraphrase it, but basically there's a master and his servants, and he gives them talents while he goes away, and in the story the talents represent money. So he gives them a bit of money, gives some more and some less, and he goes away, and some of them use the talents, they spend it and invest, and then they gain more, and they gain interest in order to give back to the master. But one of them decides that, do you know what, it's too, I'm not going to risk it, I'm not going to spend this just in case I lose it all, so I'm just going to save it and hide it. And then the master comes back and he's like, oh, thou good and faithful servant, to each of them, who have then gained more from their investments. Do you get what I mean? But there's the one that didn't invest, didn't do anything with the money, he calls wicked. And that's basically the moral of the story, is you have to use what you're given. And it's like, it's not just, oh, to be nice, like, oh, it would be nice if you share your talents. I don't believe it's just something that you do just because you're like, you feel like it. I think that that's what you're meant to do. Like, if you're given a gift in this life, you're supposed to use it. If you don't, you're wasting it and you're being selfish, because your gift is not here, or your talent is not here just to, it's not being arrogant if you show what you can do. It's actually, your talent is supposed to serve people. You're supposed to share it, and through sharing it you will gain more as well. So I'll explain. I will list the things that I can do. I'm a singer, songwriter, producer, engineer, sound engineer, a makeup artist, fashion designer, dressmaker, pattern drafter, a stylist, an illustrator, a director, an animator. I can do digital retouching, I do graphic design, I'm a video editor, I can make wigs, I'm a writer, I'm a dancer. I've also done modelling, don't know if that's a talent, but yeah. TV extra work, so a little bit of acting as well. Session singing, so I sing background for artists and stuff. And I can also conduct a choir, and I've had a choir before. I'm a praise and worship leader, so I can give out parts and different harmonies and stuff. I'm also a kind of photographer. I wouldn't call myself a photographer, but I'm trying to be, and I can also do choreography. Now these are the things that I can do, but the things that I started out with, I wasn't born knowing how to like produce and record a track. I just knew how to sing and I knew how to draw. Those were my two talents that I was like born with. The rest of them just came through circumstance, through the need, really, necessity, and from me working on it. Everything that you can do, if you work on it, you will get better at it, and you'll gain more skills, and you'll gain skills without even realizing. So I learned how to produce my own music because I didn't have a producer. I used to just wish, Lord, when are you gonna like send somebody who can produce and help me with my music, because I had all these ideas and I couldn't get them down. And one day my brother went to my cousin, he got a music software program. My cousin taught him. My brother came home, said this does this, this does this, and this does that. And literally he explained it to me. He went out for a couple of hours and I'd produced 2 tracks already by the time, or 3 tracks by the time he came home. And that was just because I understood, and I'd also been practicing from a really young age, because before that I didn't realise it's all linked, but before that I used to have like a karaoke machine which was a stereo. It was really big and it used to have 2 tape decks. Yeah, I'm old. But I used to record from one tape to the next tape, and I used to layer vocals on top of each other. So I'd produce a whole song. I remember I remixed like Aaliyah, Are You That Somebody, just by vocal harmonies. So like and I'd just layer these sounds to make a track just based on my voice, and my brother would beatbox the beat for me, and I would make songs like that. And I didn't realise that that was preparation, so that when I learned how to produce, like when I learned what button does what, it just clicked with me. It all made sense. And that's what I mean, just from me messing around in my room with the tape decks and recording stuff, that was preparation for what I was going to do. So what I'm trying to let you know is, I can give you loads of examples because there's different stuff that I obviously do, but what I want to say is, even when you don't have any resources, you don't need money to work on your talent, whatever it is. You don't need money. You can go online. You don't have to go and do a degree in it. You have the resources. Everything that you're going to do and you can do is already in you. You are walking potential. All the gifts and talents are already inside, waiting to come out, but you have to use it in order for the others to be revealed. In order for everything else that you can do to be shown, you have to work on the one thing that you can do, and it will grow. I'm huge on this. I'm really passionate about this. Like, I met someone recently, Fairy Cakes. I'm gonna link his channel here. He's actually got a channel, and he's like so cool. Like, he's so sweet. I love him. But I was at Shirley and Missy Lynn's meetup, and I saw this guy, and I went up to him and I was like, oh my gosh, I love your outfit. Like, and he was like, thank you. And I said, what do you do? And he was like, I do marketing for houses. And I was like, why haven't you got, like, why aren't you doing fashion? And it's just, my thing is, like, I said, you look like walking fashion. You look like an advert for fashion. You should be doing it. And he was saying how, you know, it's really competitive and it's who you know. And I was like, yeah, so build it yourself then. Just build your own channel, build your own blog, and make them want you. Because I know it's competitive. Everything I want to do is so competitive. So I have to do it myself and get the attention on, like, by doing it myself. That's the only way you can really compete, because you can't just go by, like, accepting. You can't accept, oh, it's who you know, so therefore I'm not going to try. We have to go for what we want. You have to go for it. A similar thing happened with a really good friend of mine, and she did a degree in law, and then she was thinking, I met her, and it had been like 20 minutes since I first spoken to her. And after 20 minutes, I was like, oh, so what do you do? And she was like, oh, I've studied law, but I'm thinking of doing a master's in law again. And I was just like, why? I literally was that blunt, but I was just like, why are you not doing fashion? I didn't even know if she did fashion, but just looking at her, she needed to be doing fashion. The woman is a stylist. Like, the way she puts clothes together, it's just amazing. And I just think talent should not be wasted. You shouldn't disregard what you have. And anyway, like, I didn't see her till like 8 months to a year later, and she was studying fashion, and she's now working doing fashion, and like, she's happy doing it. And I know there's more, because this woman needs to have a blog, she needs to have a channel, she needs to be doing stuff. She's just joined Instagram, but I can't stand people just hiding what you have. Not only is it gonna make you feel like you have something to contribute, it's gonna make you feel like you have something that's unique, and it's gonna, when you give to other people, it makes you receive as well, you know? Like, it's not just about you. It's like being shy or whatever is not an option, or being scared, it's not an option. You can't not do it because, oh, people might not, it doesn't matter. You have to do what you were born to do, otherwise you will shrivel up and you'll be just full of regret. And also, I personally don't agree in going to study something that you're not passionate about. Especially a degree. If you're going to do a short course, like, because you feel pressured to do it, that's up to you. But to do a degree in something that you don't enjoy and you don't want to do, I'm not going to tell anyone what to do, but I personally would never do that. You just end up resenting whoever made you feel like you should be doing that. And life's too short. I really think people need to live their lives and use your talents, and you will feel so much more fulfilled by doing that. I really hope this wasn't too rushed, because I've got so many things to say and all the words kind of like my examples and everything just are hectic, but I hope you get the sentiment of what I'm saying. If you use it, you will gain more. It's just guaranteed. It's a principle. You reap what you sow, and you will gain so much more, and you will be happier for it, and you'll be self-sufficient as well. So use your talents and watch them multiply.